Hey, it's me, your favorite Filipino, Eli Ramos. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take off my glasses because like the glare is too high. All right. So I didn't make a video yesterday, like exactly yesterday, because I was feeling kind of like under the weather. I was not feeling like physically sick, but I'm like emotionally, mentally sick. And yeah, right now I am still in Balayan, Batangas, where I was when I shot that summer heat video thingy majig. Okay, now we're going to talk about how I deal or how I dealt with depression upon moving back home here in the Philippines. You know, depression, loneliness, sadness. And I'm not okay. I'm not like a mental health professional here. Okay, disclaimer. Like I'm not someone who diagnoses depression. You know, I know for a fact, like firsthand, that major depression, major depressive disorder, is something to is something to be taken seriously, not to be taken lightly, not to be even joked about. Okay, I know how serious it is. It's a disease. It's an actual like disease. Okay, so don't get me wrong with this thing now. What kind of like what kind of depression or I'm talking about here is the feeling of depression. So there's a difference. There's depression as a disease, there's like a mental illness, and there's depression as something that we feel. You know, as humans, we would feel depressed sometimes. We feel down. Literally, depression is like diminishing, like down. Okay, so ever since I moved back here to the Philippines, I've been feeling upbeat, really upbeat, like I don't know, 69% of the time. What did I even use that number? Anyway, yeah, I've been feeling like a lot, like up. Not even 69%. I think like 72. I would just like raise that up like 3 points if my math is correct. Um, what how I dealt with depression for a while here. You know, it's like it's really it's not that complicated when in on paper when I explain it, but what's complicated about it is the fact that I have to actually put my mindset into it, and there's like a lot of like different steps and factors on how to do this. You know, this like it's one single technique that that I use to deal with depression and sadness and loneliness. If don't listen to me over here, don't take my word for it if we're talking about like depression as in like the sickness, the disease, but when it comes to like the feelings, like the emotions, and we all feel emotions, like we're human, you know. Doesn't matter if they're like nonchalant or like stoic, you know, you're still feeling emotions deep inside, and you can't hide those. So we're going to talk about like an em- emotion related topic right now. So this is going to be about how I deal with depression, loneliness, and sadness upon moving here to the Philippines. Okay, so my story is I was in the States, and I just took a shower right now, right? And I listened to this song by Joji. I don't know if you know all my Gen Z millennial homies right here who know who Joji is. You know, Papa Franku, yeah, the old YouTube guy, pink guy, Filthy Frank, that's right, that's right. So he makes music now. He's Joji, right? So and then I listen to his songs. One of my favorites are this is this song called "Lips of Us," and really good song, really nice song, instrumentation, everything. Even though it's just like piano and like a little bit of like strings and like his vocals like really stand out. Anyway, I'm talking music here, but what happened is that I would like many nights, I would come home from work, I would like drink beer and alone by myself in like a sushi bar, right? And I don't like telling this story like takes me back. This is way back in like Harbor City in LA when I was living before. There was like a nearby sushi bar after work. I would go there, drink. I was single, right? I was single. I didn't have anyone. You know, my family, my parents would always be at work. My brother, he would always be at work. I didn't really have any friends. It was really lonely. It was a really lonely time, actually. Man, I'm gonna get deeper into this if you don't stop me. I'm literally gonna like tell you what happened to me in the States. That's why I left. I don't want to do that. Let's for another like video. But basically, I felt really depressed. I felt really, um, I was in like so much, I was in so much, pain that time. I was in so much like anguish, and I can't help but but actually, um, ponder about that, and like actually like tell myself like it's all gonna be okay, and it's hard, it's difficult because I was working that time, and I tried my best to just like stay put where I was, even though I knew there were greener pastures elsewhere, and thus the Philippines came into play. Yes. And that's why I kept going back to the Philippines. It was like a recharge for me. It was like charging myself in like a USB port, or like a lightning cable, or like a Type C cable, right? So that's what I did. That's the kind of relationship I developed in the Philippines. I kept going to like refresh myself and recharge, because I worked there. That's all I did. I literally just worked, spend my money on like stupid things, and just like do whatever. I don't really have like a forward kind of goal, kind of. So I'm just like just there. I was just like I was just doing my thing in the United States. Sorry, like I'm getting distracted. They're like calling my name. I think it's like lunchtime or something. They just cook lunch. So this is how it is in the Philippines, right? Not a lot of when you're with family for a certain time. Because I already moved out. I'm like living in my own place, but like I'm like for with family for a while. I'm like fixing some stuff. How I'm going off tangent. Anyway, um, what what went on is that like we I went to the Philippines, and I felt recharged. I felt refreshed. Everything was like new to me all over again, and I kept doing that for like since like from 2021 up until 2025. That's like the sixth time that I visited the Philippines. And that's saying a lot considering the fact that I knew that I wanted to live here. That's back then, way there and then. Like I knew that I wanted to live in the Philippines. The goal was to go to the United States, work for a bit, save a ton of money. That was the goal, and that didn't never happened. I just worked, build my resume. I think what I got from the U.S. were like life lessons, skills, and resume experiences. That's really all I got over there on like the 3 years that I spent there, like straight. Not technically not straight, because I kept on like going back to the Philippines back and forth, but not for to live here. Just for vacation. I think the goal back then was to actually um try to like make a sustainable living in the United States. Start an online business or something. That was like I didn't even know what my goal was. Really, it's usually like who the heck knows what their goal is right now? Like I don't even know. But I'm gonna get to the meat of the video, which is how I dealt with depression. This is how it was. How I dealt with depression is just like basically like from what my story, what I told you about what my story started. I just tried my best to look forward to a new day. Like having the philosophy that time will pass, having the philosophy that like it will all pass. These are all like temporary things. Um, it's just like that's it. That's like the key to it. Like all you have to do is like become aware that all these things pass. Like these feelings of like depression, sadness, loneliness, they're all temporary. They're not worth like you know ending your life or taking your life. They're not worth it really. I've been there, done that. Trust me, I know. I know how it feels. I know how it feels, man. Keep watching my videos, and I'm gonna tell y'all what like the real deal, like low down on why I ended up this like where I am now. And it's not like a a success story so far, but I'm just gonna say that like when I started looking at things like, oh, okay, I'm like depressed now, I'm tired now, I'm like lonely, I'm sad now. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be a new day, and lo and behold, I wake up, boom, it is a new day. Like not just literally, but like in a more positive light. Like I felt better, you know, like not like 100% better than yesterday, but you know, I don't know, 10%, 5% better. That still matters. That still counts. You know, it's like you can never discount those. So yeah, that's what I learned while living here in the Philippines, and it's true because you know, later on in these next videos, I'm going to talk about a lot of like crazy stuff that I know that a lot of people don't know about like life in general. If you're interested in like esoteric stuff, you know, I'm gonna get into those. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So one of the I don't want to get off my niche. I don't want to get off tangent right now, but like there's this like esoteric reason. There's this like non-conventional reason why I chose to move back here in the Philippines, and it's not what you think. I'm willing to bet like money, like probably like $1, like $2, 100 pesos. It's enough to buy like a Jollibee Sunday. Okay, that you are never going to guess. You are never going to guess the reason why I moved back here. One of the big reasons, probably like the second big reason why I moved back here. But try to guess. Try your luck, and let's see. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and share, and keep looking forward.